Notebook carriers. Summer. In the summer, the scraps of life they leave behind sometimes haunt me. When the floors have been swept, all the books counted and returned to the shelves to wait for new hands in the fall. Hands who will bend their covers, toss them carelessly on unmade beds, then abandon them in the back seat of a brother's car. The classroom is dark now. The humming fluorescent of panel lights silenced, the chairs lined up, empty, cold, and in strict formation. All that remains to be dealt with is a brown grocery sack, contents, a faded gray hoodie, 2 pairs of broken sunglasses, a bracelet of large purple baubles, and 1 notebook with a bent red cover. I pick up the notebook, flipping through the pages, hoping to find a face to put with these looping, half-formed letters, and I'm ashamed to admit that all I can remember about this girl was a sadness in her step and something in bright green eyes. She was gone in a month, on to some equal disappointment in our alleged halls of learning. I carried her words, along with the other unclaimed bits of life, to the dumpster behind the school. Fall. Every August we return with familiarity and anticipation, gasps of surprise and shouts of recognition echo the first few days. September follows, and they are testing out new identities forged over the summer months. They posture and flirt and strut and stumble, arms crossed, daring me to know them, to ask the questions stepmoms don't want to know the answers to. But as the heat fades and light melts into a dwindling autumn shade, they write to me, page after page of frustrations with boyfriends, arguments with parents, mischief created with best friends, fears of never being good enough, and wounds they will be working out in therapy 20 years from now. And burdens no one should be asked to carry at 15. And secrets, if revealed, would bring down teenage Armageddon. Winter. We have settled into an odd sort of understanding now, an intricate tango of how much will I let them get away with? Can they just dance badly, ignoring the rhythms? Can they fumble all the steps or make me trip over my own feet? Just how many bruised toes will I tolerate before I say, stop? And they scramble like musical chairs back towards the safer territory of my mere annoyance. Yet, honestly clumsy or purposefully unpracticed, somehow they have waltzed their way into my arms of grace, and I will love them because they are so imperfect. And I will recognize my own teenage awkwardness in the still developing odd angles of their hearts. Spring. They rush out in a reckoning of noise and laughter, beckoning to each other for weekend plans and shouted across parking lot alliances. Their voices overlap in a symphony of sound that the adults find indiscernible. Over the years, I have gathered some of their words and wound these strange syllables into my own language. It has kept my lips nimble and my heart tactile. Occasionally, I still pay homage to my own teenage demons. I recognize the same spirits in their eyes, curling around the edges of their tender dreams, like smoke wrapping around my fingertips. Savor this ill-advised final vice of my youth. It's my small way of denying my own mortality. To be young is to be reckless, and I want to embrace that stance just one more time before taking up more responsible poses and shuffling off into some safer sunset. Epilogue. Somewhere in the fetid earth of a landfill, the flimsy garbage bag containing the red notebook has split and spilt its guts and hopes and abandoned words, becoming one with the piles of disposable lives. Carry on, gather to feast on the feculence until every bit of memory has been picked clean. The notebook lays open, its secrets exposed and mute, pages bent, curling back on themselves with the force of a hot summer wind. A shadow falls over the bleached white of the once blue-lined paper. A sparrow lands on delicate feet, her foraging beak ripping shreds from the notebook's spiraling metal spine. She carries the scraps away to make a nest for her starlings. The same sheltering space that if it were in my power to create, I would make for all of the notebook carriers who have shuffled through my life, aimless and untethered from the round embrace of home. Tonight, as I sleep, I will sleep with the memory of your voice curving all around my still form, like a dream, slow, angling river winding in and out of my unconscious thoughts. I will cradle my knees, bent legs pressed to my chest, trapping to navigate the warmth of the space you inhabited a few nights ago. Curled and concentrated conjuring, I will construct a womb to give birth to over and over again the sweetness that lingers in every part of me you have touched. I will stay in this position all through the night, your words and the feel of your breath on my neck and your hands in my hair, they will cocoon me until morning when I emerge.